We are delighted, honored, thrilled to have with us tonight on our Nats pregame. Couple of guys from the Junkies, Lurch and Cakes are with us here, and great to have you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Good to see you again. Caught in traffic, he says, right? Caught in traffic.
Hey, I'm with him. I'm with him.
Right. You guys talk a lot of sports when you do your show in the morning, and I'm sure you focus on the ball club. Thoughts about Strasburg?
Yeah, Strasburg got roughed up his last outing, just 4 1/3, but that's to be expected. Had to have some rust coming off the DL. Hadn't pitched since July 21st. You know, he's a young guy, still kind of trying to feel his way after that red-hot start that he had. His first few starts cooled off a bit, dealing with the injury. Now it looks like he's rehabbing it a bit, doing some new exercises to try to strengthen that shoulder. So hopefully, you know, he gets. Feels his way a little bit more these next few starts down the stretch of the season here.
The guy's a stud. I mean,
yeah, no question.
Nobody goes lights out every single start, Ray. You know that. I mean, you know, he's going to have his stumbling blocks, but I think that the Nats really need a number 2. They need a solid number 2 guy. You know, they've used what 10 or 11 starters this year.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they got to get Zimmerman in there, or they got to get somebody else. I don't know what they plan on doing in free agency next year. But you can't go Strasburg and then drop off to a number 2 starter who's really a 4 starter. You know, you can't do that. So
I think with Maya and Jordan Zimmerman getting healthy, those guys are going to fill that bill. How about Bryce Harper in the situation with him? Every year it seems like we go right down to the wire, and same agent,
right?
You know, same draft choice. You just wonder.
Monday night's the deadline too.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you know he's going to get signed.
Right.
I mean, they're not going to let him go. But what we've heard is he's put on about 20 pounds of muscle. So he's probably 6'3", he's probably close to 230 at this point.
And Mike Rizzo already has experience dealing with Scott Boras, you know, dealing with the Darth Vader of baseball agents.
Good relationship.
They have a good relationship.
Yeah.
That's a guy it's tough to have a good relationship with, but Rizzo has that. So expect it to go to the 11th hour like it did with Strasburg.
But here's the deal. I mean, I know a lot of people call our show and they're wondering, all right, when are we going to see Harper? I mean, the kid's 17.
Right.
I mean, Jason Hayward's a stud, but he's 20. Mike Stan's a stud, but he's 20.
That's exactly right.
I mean, you got to give him 3 years. Yeah. But they'll get him signed. They'll be in there.
Yeah. How about favorites on the ball club? Not necessarily favorites, but guys that you have liked over the course of the season. You've seen as many games as anybody. We know that we've got some improvement that we have to make, but the guys that you like.
Well, I think a guy that's come up huge for the Nats has been Livan Hernandez, a guy that not a lot was expected out of. He's notched 8 wins, and he probably could have had a few more, especially the way he pitched last night. Just didn't get any run support against the Marlins. But the rest of the team struggles against the Marlins too. The Marlins have owned the Nats 8-4 against them this year.
I like Bernardina. I like him. I don't know what they're. Obviously, you got building blocks with. I don't know what they're going to do with Dunn. Zimmerman's a stud, but you just need they just need depth at the top and the bottom of the lineup. Morgan's been a disappointment. I don't know how good Morgan can be. I just don't think he's disciplined enough. I don't even know if he'll be the starting center fielder. Maybe they give Bernardino a shot. Maybe they go after a David DeJesus or someone who's a free agent. I don't like Morgan at the top of the lineup. You got 2 studs in the middle, but you got to fill the void around that if you want to compete in that division.
And there are rumors that Carl Crawford could be on the Nats' radar in free agency this offseason. He'll have a lot of suitors. It won't just be the Nats. It'll be close to a dozen teams going after him.
But do you think that they'll go out and spend the money? That's the question.
Hey, good to have you guys with us.
Thanks for having us.
Great to have you. Come back again. Don't stay away so long.
Absolutely. We'll be here.
Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah.
A couple of the Junks from 106.7, the Fan here in Washington, D.C.